I am speaking now, and I am speaking to you. I am not whispering anymore. I have whispered for long enough. So tonight I am raising my voice because I see something your eyes cannot yet detect, and you are running out of time to prepare for it. Do not move past this. Do not tell yourself you will listen later when things settle down. Things are not going to settle down. That is the whole reason I am speaking. If you turn away from this warning, the regret could stay with you far longer than the few minutes it would have taken to hear it. You did not arrive at this hour by accident. These words did not reach you a day too early or a week too late. I placed this moment in your path because something is ahead of you that carries the power to change your direction, disturb your peace, and force a decision out of you before you feel ready to make one. Be still, quiet every distraction. What I am about to place in your spirit may be the difference between moving forward with clarity and being thrown into confusion when everything shifts. Something is forming around you. I want to be honest about that rather than gentle about it. It will test your faith. It will test your patience. It will test your discernment and the strength you have quietly been trying to rebuild. It may enter through someone you trust. It may arrive through a conversation you did not plan to have. A sudden ending. A pressure over money. A betrayal you would not have believed possible. A change that cancels arrangements you thought were settled and safe. You may not know its name yet. I know the exact hour it will touch your life. I know where you will be vulnerable. I know which fear will try to rise up inside you, and I know how quickly confusion will try to take the wheel. That is why I am calling for your attention before the storm reaches your door. This warning is not meant to freeze you. It is meant to keep you from being taken unprepared. Something serious can shake your emotions so violently that you begin making decisions out of panic instead of wisdom. It can make you question what you already know, trust the wrong voices, and abandon the road I told you to walk. So I am giving you light before the darkness arrives. I am showing you the danger before it has the chance to dress itself up as an opportunity. Hear me carefully. That unsettled feeling rising in you is not a fear without meaning. It is your awareness waking up. I am stirring your spirit because you have ignored too many quiet warnings. I spoke to you through delayed plans that never quite came together, through restless nights when sleep would not hold, through a peace that kept breaking for no reason you could name, through the sudden hesitation you felt and then talked yourself out of. And every time you told yourself you would deal with it later. Later may be too late this time. I need you alert now, not tomorrow. Not once the pressure has already arrived and you are trying to think clearly with your heart pounding. Take notice of the people around you. Guard what you reveal and to whom you reveal it. Do not let yourself be pressured into agreements, into relationships, or into decisions, simply because someone insists on an answer this very hour. What is coming is not stronger than I am. Let that settle in you before anything else does. But it can overwhelm you if you disconnect from my guidance and lean on your emotions alone. You have survived hard seasons before. You survived them because my hand held you when your own strength gave out. I protected you from dangers you never recognized and from choices whose consequences you could not see. This time I am warning you ahead of it, so that you do not walk into it blind. Doubt is going to tell you this is just another passing message that could be meant for anyone. Distraction is going to urge you to leave before the warning becomes personal. But something deep inside you already knows that these words are touching an area you have been carefully avoiding. Do not silence that recognition. It is the most honest thing in you right now. I am not forcing you. I never have. But I am urging you because your life matters to me, and because the decision ahead of you will shape far more than a single moment. What is entering your life is a turning point. It will demand a choice between peace and chaos, between obedience and impulse, between wisdom and regret. And understand this clearly, because everything depends on it. The situation itself will not determine your future. Your response will. When it comes, pause before you react. Come to me before you answer anyone. Do not let anger choose for you. Do not let fear choose for you. Do not let loneliness or desperation sit in the seat that belongs to wisdom. Stand firm, because I have already prepared a way through what is coming. I walked the road ahead of you before I ever told you about it. Let me tell you why I am being this direct with you. You have spent years asking me for change. You may never have said it in plain words, but I heard it in the way you sighed at the end of your days and in the prayers you started and did not finish. You wanted things to move. You wanted something to finally break open. Change is coming, but change rarely arrives looking the way people imagine it. It often comes wrapped in something uncomfortable, and the ones who are not warned mistake the answer for the disaster and fight against the very thing they asked me for. I am not going to let that happen to you. That is why I am speaking before it arrives, instead of comforting you after it does. There is a difference between being harmed and being stretched, and in the days ahead you must not confuse the two. What is coming will stretch you. It will pull you past the edges of what you thought you could carry. But it will not break you, because I know your limits better than you know them yourself. And I do not hand out more than I intend to help you hold. You are stronger than you believe. Not because of anything you have proven, but because I placed a resilience inside your spirit that has been waiting quietly for the exact moment it is needed. Say your amen out loud if you would rather be warned tonight than caught unprepared tomorrow. I want you to look back with me for a moment, because you need to understand that this warning did not begin tonight. I have been speaking to you for a long time, not in a voice that filled the room, but in a voice that touched the parts of you nobody else has access to. And one of the clearest places I have been speaking is inside your own body. You have felt tired without a reason you could name. You have felt uneasy when nothing around you was wrong. You have felt restless in rooms that were perfectly calm, and then you decided you were imagining things and went back to work. You were not imagining it. Those feelings were not random, and they were not meaningless. They were the early sound of the very thing I am warning you about now. Understand something about the body I gave you. It is not only flesh and bone. It is not a machine you drag from one obligation to the next until it finally refuses. I formed it with purpose, and I built into it a way of telling you the truth long before your mind is willing to hear it. There are things you have been feeling and dismissing. You know exactly what I mean. Mornings when you woke already worn down. Evenings when something inside you asked for attention and you promised to deal with it later. Later came and went, and you kept moving as though nothing had happened at all. I saw every bit of it. I see each signal your body sends you, and I hear each quiet complaint that never reaches your lips. The tension in your shoulders was not only about the work. The shallowness of your breath was not only about the hurry. Your body has been bracing for something, the way a person braces before a door opens. And it has been doing that for far longer than you realized. I'm not telling you this to frighten you. Fear has never been how I get your attention, and I am not going to begin using it now. I am telling you because a warning that reaches your spirit, but never reaches your strength, is only half a mercy. You have to be able to stand when this comes, and standing takes something from the body as well as the soul. You have been strong for a long time. You have carried things nobody around you ever saw. You pushed through pain that deserved attention. You ignored discomfort that kept returning, and you convinced yourself that if you simply kept going, the whole thing would eventually work itself out. That is the habit I need you to break before the pressure arrives, because pressure does not create weakness. It reveals it. You have carried habits that slowly wore your strength down, and at the time you did not see what they were costing you. None of them looked serious on their own. That is exactly why they worked. Small choices, repeated across years, have built a weight inside you that is now being asked to carry something heavy. This is not about blame. I am not building a case against you. This is about awareness, because awareness is the door everything else walks through. There is something deeper than physical strain here, too. Stress you never released. Feelings you kept hidden because there was nowhere safe to put them. Burdens you carried alone while telling everyone you were managing fine. None of that stayed in your mind. It settled into your body, and it has been quietly reducing what you have available to you. I have seen what you have been holding inside, even in the seasons when not one person around you noticed. I understand how heavy it has been, and I am telling you plainly that I am not asking you to carry it into what is coming. There is a connection between your thoughts and your physical state that you have never fully accepted. When your mind carries worry, your body carries tension. When your thoughts are heavy, your body holds that weight in places you never think to look. I'm guiding you to tend to both, because they were never separate. When you bring peace into your thoughts, your body begins releasing what it has been gripping. Hear me on this. If you meet what is coming while running on empty, you will feel every part of it twice as sharply. Your judgment will narrow. Your patience will run short. The fear will find an easier way in, because an exhausted person believes the worst version of every story. That is why I am dealing with your strength before I deal with the storm. You are not weak for needing this moment. You are wise for listening to it. There is a rhythm your body needs, a balance between effort and rest, and that rhythm has been disrupted for a long time. When it is lost, your energy becomes unsteady, and your strength quietly begins to fade without announcing itself. I designed you with a natural flow. When you move against it long enough, you feel the consequences in ways you cannot argue with. I am not saying this to accuse you. I am saying it to bring you back into alignment before you need every bit of what alignment gives. There is something else I want named before we go further, because it has been sitting in you unspoken. You have been hard on yourself. You have expected more from your own body than any reasonable person would expect, and then you criticized yourself when you could not keep up with the standard you set. You spoke to yourself in a tone you would never use with someone you loved. That has added a pressure your body never needed, and it has cost you more than the work ever did. I am asking you to replace it with patience. Healing does not come from force. It comes from steady care and honest understanding. You have also been searching for solutions outside yourself, hoping something out there would fix what you feel in here. I am not telling you to refuse help or turn away support. I'm telling you not to overlook the awareness and the care you already carry, because both of them are part of how you will meet what is coming. Nothing you have lived through has been wasted. Every difficult season built something in you that can be used now. Even the moments that looked like setbacks were preparation, though you could not have named them that at the time. You are not walking toward this unarmed. You are walking toward it with years of quiet training behind you that you never gave yourself credit for. Let me hear your amen if you believe I am still able to rebuild what has been worn down in you. Now I want to speak plainly about what is forming and about what it will ask of you. There are patterns around you that you have not fully noticed yet. Small signs that something is shifting. They have been appearing quietly, almost like whispers folded into ordinary days. You may have set them aside and decided they meant nothing. I allowed those signs to appear so that you could begin sensing what was ahead. Now I am speaking clearly, so you understand that none of them were random. You have often looked for certainty in the things you can see and measure. What is coming will require you to trust what you sense on the inside instead. The outward signs may not give you every answer, and the people around you may not understand what you are facing. That is exactly why your connection with me matters more than anything else right now. I am speaking to you in a way that goes beyond what others are able to observe, and you will need to know the sound of my voice before the noise begins. My beloved, bring a portion of what you hold and lay it on my altar. Wade out in trust rather than counted in fear. Let it be a seed set into ground you cannot yet see, an offering released with an open hand. What you let go of does not leave your life. It runs ahead of you into the season I am preparing, and it tells heaven plainly where your confidence rests. There is also a real danger in the opposite direction, and I will name it so you recognize it. Some people will feel this weight and respond by trying to seize control of everything at once. That urge comes from wanting to feel safe, and I understand it. But control is not what you need in this season. Trust is what will carry you through it. When you try to manage every outcome yourself, you narrow the room I have to work in. What is entering your life may come through a person, through a decision, or through a situation that demands your attention without warning. It will not arrive gently. It could catch you with your guard down if you are not ready for it. That is why I am calling you to be alert and steady. Do not let your emotions take the controls when it happens. Be still on the inside and remember that I am guiding every step you take. There will be a moment, and it is closer than you think, when you will have to make a decision without having all the answers. It will feel uncomfortable. You will wish for more time to think it through. Understand this clearly. Not every decision comes with complete clarity beforehand. Sometimes the clarity follows the obedience rather than leading it. When you choose to trust me inside the uncertainty, you step into alignment with what is right for you, and the understanding arrives afterward. You have often waited for a clear sign before acting. This time the sign will come quickly, and it will not wait for you to feel entirely comfortable. When you notice it, lean on the clarity inside you instead of hesitating. Hesitation will only create confusion, and confusion will delay what needs to be done. Move with awareness, not with fear. There is a weight in what is approaching, and you will feel it as it draws near. It may not be loud at first, but it will carry a seriousness that touches your spirit. You may sense a shift in your own energy, a feeling that something is different. That feeling is not meant to alarm you. It is meant to alert you. I am allowing you to sense it so that you stay prepared. I want to be honest about the shape of the test, because vague warnings help no one. It will test your faith, because it is easy to believe when everything is calm and much harder when the ground moves. It will test your patience, because some of it will not resolve as quickly as you want it to. It will test your discernment, because not every voice speaking into your life during that season will be aligned with what is best for you. And it will test the strength you have been rebuilding, which is exactly why I spent so long speaking to you about your body before I spoke to you about the storm. Some of what looks like a problem at first will turn out to be protection. Do not judge things too quickly. A door that closes suddenly may be the one thing standing between you and a much harder road. An inconvenience that irritates you may be a mercy you will only recognize much later. I am guiding the movement behind all of it, even when it looks uncertain from where you stand. You have been asking me for answers, even if you never said those questions out loud. I heard every silent thought, every quiet worry, and every moment of confusion. This is part of my answer to you. It is not only a warning, it is a direction. I am arranging things in a way that will bring clarity where there has been none, but you have to stay present to recognize it when it appears. There is a habit I want you to break as you move through this, and it is the habit of doubting yourself the moment things become serious. It is that tendency to question your own instincts and step back when you should be standing firm. That hesitation has already caused you to miss things that were meant for you. This time, trust the strength I placed inside you. When you feel that inner prompting, understand that it is not random. It is guidance. At the same time, do not rush to fix everything the moment it appears. Not every situation requires instant action, and sometimes the wisest response is patience. Let things unfold before you step in. There is real wisdom in observing, and observing reveals what is not visible at first glance. When you wait for clarity, your decisions become stronger and better aligned. Understand something about the timing of all this. It is not arriving too early and it is not arriving too late. It is arriving at the precise moment when you are able to handle it, even if it feels sudden. You are not behind. You are not unprepared. And what feels like waiting right now is actually preparation. Now let me tell you how to prepare, because a warning without instruction is only noise. The first thing I am asking of you is the one you will resist most. I want you to rest. You will hear that and think there is no time for it. That rest is what people do after the crisis rather than before it. That thinking is exactly what has left you where you are. Rest is not weakness. Rest is renewal. When you truly allow yourself to rest, your body begins repairing what has been worn down, and that repair cannot happen while you are still running. It is not wasted time. It is necessary time. And I built the need for it into you deliberately. You have felt guilty when you slowed down, as though you were falling behind everyone else. That guilt did not come from me. I do not measure your value by how thoroughly you exhaust yourself. I see your worth in who you are, not in how far past your limits you are willing to push. When you finally accept that, something in the way you care for yourself will change permanently. Your health is not separate from your purpose. If your body weakens, everything else you are carrying becomes harder to carry, and the season ahead is not one you want to meet already depleted. That is why I am turning your attention back toward yourself right now, while there is still room to do it well. Your body is not asking you for perfection. It is asking for consistency. Small acts of care, repeated over time, create a change that no sudden burst of effort could ever produce. Your body responds to consistency, not intensity, and you have always tried to solve things with intensity. Pay attention to your breathing because it will matter more than you expect. When you are tense, your breath becomes shallow, and shallow breathing keeps your whole system braced as though danger has already arrived. It drains your energy and narrows your thinking at the exact moment you need both. Breathe more deeply. Breathe more slowly. That one small shift begins to calm what has been unsettled in you, and it costs you nothing. Notice also how you begin your day. The moment you wake, your mind starts racing through everything that must be done before you have even sat up. Tension arrives before your body has had a chance to settle into the hours ahead. Begin with calm instead of urgency. Even a few quiet moments at the start will change how you carry the rest of the day. And in the season coming, how you begin your mornings will steady everything that follows. Pay attention to what you take in as well. The water you go without because you were too busy to stop. The meals you skip and then replace with whatever is quickest. The daylight and fresh air you have not stood in for weeks. None of these are small matters to your body, and none of them ask much of you. They only ask that you remember you are worth the few minutes it takes to tend to them. You have also held on to a belief that you must always be strong in exactly the same way. You decided strength means pushing forward no matter how you feel, and you have proven that belief 1,000 times over. But true strength is not found in constant pressure. It is found in balance, in knowing when to act and when to wait, and in having the courage to choose the second one when it is needed. What is coming will require both, and the person who only knows how to push will break at the wrong hour. There are parts of your body that have been asking for relief, and you have felt it in subtle ways. A tightness that will not fully leave, a tiredness that outlasts its reason, a discomfort that lingers longer than it should. These are not things to fear, and they are not things to ignore. They are reminders that something needs your attention while attending to it is still simple. I am also asking you to release what you cannot control, worries that repeat, fears that linger long after the danger passed, thoughts that circle at night and never land anywhere. These are not only thoughts, they have weight, and your body has been carrying that weight every day. When you let go of what was never yours to hold, you free up strength you are going to need. There is one more thing to release, and it is heavier than the rest. You have been holding on to a fear of making mistakes. That fear has stopped you before. It has made you hesitate at doorways you should have walked through and hold on to things you should have set down. You do not need to carry it any further. Even if you make a wrong turn in what is ahead, I will guide you back. You are not alone in your decisions, and you never have been. I have never once required perfection from you as the price of my help. Do not look for immediate results in any of this. Healing and strength build quietly, in ways that are not visible at first. That does not mean nothing is happening. Trust what is being built even when you cannot yet see the shape of it. Every step you take in the right direction matters. Every hour you choose care over neglect adds something to what you will have available when the pressure comes. I am not asking you to change everything at once. I am asking you to be willing, and willingness is enough to begin with. I want you to trust your body again as part of this. You have doubted it, overruled it, and treated it like something working against your plans. It never stopped trying to speak to you. It is not your enemy. It is your ally, and it has been on your side the entire time you were ignoring it. When you begin listening, you may feel a flicker of regret over how long the message went unanswered. Let that pass quickly. Guilt is not what I am after here. I am after your strength, and I want it standing before the season turns. Now I want to speak about what surrounds you, because much of what is coming will arrive through other people. Take careful notice of the ones around you in the days ahead. I am not asking you to become suspicious of everyone or to close your heart. I am asking you to be awake. Not every voice speaking into your life during this season will be aligned with what is best for you, and some of the loudest will be the least reliable. Guard what you reveal, and guard who you reveal it to. There are things you have shared freely in the past that were used in ways you did not expect. You do not owe everyone the full contents of your situation. Some people ask questions out of care. Others ask out of curiosity. And a few ask because information gives them leverage. Do not let yourself be pressured into agreements, into commitments, or into decisions simply because someone insists on an answer immediately. Urgency is one of the oldest tools used against wisdom. When someone will not let you think, that itself is the warning. You are not here to satisfy other people's expectations. You are here to walk in alignment with me. Do not let outside pressure push you into a choice that does not sit right in your spirit. Certain people around you will react strongly when this unfolds. Some will grow distant without explanation. Others will suddenly involve themselves far more than they ever have. Some will bring confusion with them, and a few will genuinely try to steer your decisions toward what suits them. Do not let their reactions confuse you or pull your focus. Each of them is responding from their own perspective, their own fear, and their own history. Your attention belongs on your own path and on my guidance. There may be one person connected to this whose behavior surprises you. They may act in a way you would not have predicted, and it may challenge how you have always seen them. Do not let that surprise push you into anger or confusion. Observe carefully and stay calm. Not everything is what it appears to be at first, and you need to see clearly before you decide how to respond. Pay attention to how your body reacts to the people and places around you, because it will tell you things before your mind catches up. Some rooms bring calm the moment you enter them. Others bring tension before a word is spoken. Some people leave you steadier than you were. Others leave you emptied out, and you spend the next day recovering from an hour you did not want to give. These effects are not imagined. They are real, and they influence your well-being every day. Choose what supports your peace wherever the choice is yours to make. You are allowed to step away from what harms you, even if it has been part of your life for years. Familiar is not the same as safe, and long-standing is not the same as harmless. Change will feel uncomfortable at first, but that discomfort is only the feeling of something old losing its grip on you. You are being called to protect your peace in a way you never have before. That means being careful about what you let into your thoughts and your hours. It means recognizing when something is quietly damaging you and choosing to step back without apologizing for it. You do not need to explain every decision to everyone. Your responsibility is to care for what I entrusted to you. Guard your words as well, because words carry more weight than you have understood. What you speak will shape how you experience what is coming. If you speak fear, you will feel that fear more sharply, and it will grow louder in you. If you speak faith, even quietly, even when you are not sure you believe it yet, you will find yourself steadier than the circumstances should allow. Choose your words carefully, especially the words you use when you are only speaking to yourself. Guard your heart too. Do not let bitterness take root in you during this season, and do not let frustration settle in and make a home. Those feelings will only make the whole thing heavier than it needs to be, and they will cloud the discernment you are going to depend on. Distractions will try to appear as well. Things that seemed unimportant will suddenly feel urgent. Unnecessary noise will gather around you at exactly the wrong moment. That is not an accident. It is a test of your focus, and if you allow yourself to be pulled away, you could miss what actually matters. Stay centered. Do not let anything move your attention off what is important. There will be moments in this when you feel completely alone, even with people nearby. That feeling can be heavy, and I will not pretend otherwise. But it does not mean you are truly alone. My presence does not withdraw when things become difficult. It stays constant, steady, and unshaken, whether or not you can feel it clearly in that hour. Speak to me during it. You do not need careful language or perfect words. A few honest sentences are enough. I respond to sincerity, not to performance, and I have never once turned away someone who came to me plainly. There's something else about your surroundings that I want you to notice as this begins. Small confirmations will appear along the way, showing you that you are on the right road. They may come through a simple exchange, an unexpected clarity, or a moment when something resolves that had no business resolving. Do not overlook those. They are not coincidences. I place them deliberately because I know how much a person needs encouragement in the middle of a hard stretch, and I would rather steady you as you walk than explain everything afterward. You will also feel moments of unexplained calm arriving in the middle of the uncertainty. That calm is my presence with you. It is a sign that you are aligned and not lost, even when nothing around you looks settled. Hold on to that feeling when it comes, because it will keep you rooted. Speak your amen where you stand if you are ready to guard your peace and walk through this with discernment. Now, let me tell you exactly how to stand when it arrives, because the hour itself will not leave much room for figuring it out. When it comes, pause before you react. That sounds small. It is not small. That pause is the difference between a decision you build on and a decision you spend 2 years repairing. Your first reaction will almost never be your best response. It will be the fastest one, and speed and wisdom are rarely the same thing. Take a breath. Steady yourself. Come to me before you answer anyone. In that moment of stillness, I will speak to your heart in a way you can understand, and you will know what to do. Trust that voice, even if it feels small at first. It will not be loud. It rarely is. But it will be clear, and it will not lead you into a direction that harms you. Emotions will rise when this begins, and that is natural. Something significant is happening, and something in you knows it. But emotions were never meant to control you. They were meant to inform you. When you see them clearly for what they are, you can choose how to respond instead of being dragged along by them. Do not let anger sit in the chair that belongs to wisdom. Do not let fear negotiate on your behalf. Do not let loneliness or desperation make an agreement you will have to live inside for years. Fear will work hard on you during this, so let me tell you how it operates. It will make you imagine the worst possible outcome and then show it to you until it feels like a memory rather than a guess. It will take a small detail and grow it into something enormous. It will tell you that you are not ready and that you cannot handle what is in front of you. Fear does not come from me, and it will not lead you anywhere near peace. I am giving you clarity, not confusion. Hold on to that difference, because in the middle of it, you will need a way to tell my voice from the other one. Your mind may also start running ahead into everything that could happen next. Bring it back. Return your attention to what is actually in front of you, rather than what might be waiting 3 turns down the road. When you stay present, you stay connected to my guidance, and my guidance only ever comes 1 step at a time. You do not need to know everything at once. You never did. There will be moments when things are not moving as quickly as you think they should. You will feel delayed, and delay is one of the hardest things for a worried person to sit inside. Understand this clearly. Delay is not denial. What feels like waiting is actually preparation, and I am arranging things in an order that will make sense to you before long. Be patient enough to see the whole picture instead of reacting to one corner of it. There is real wisdom in observing, and observing reveals what a quick glance never could. You will also feel the urge to avoid the whole thing, to step back, stay quiet, and hope it passes on its own. That instinct will be strong, especially when the situation looks difficult. But avoiding it will not remove it. It will only delay it, and delayed things tend to arrive heavier than they started. You are not meant to run from this. You are meant to walk through it with strength. Something inside you may resist as well. That resistance can look like doubt or frustration, or a kind of flat denial that tells you nothing serious is happening, and you can safely ignore all of this. But underneath, you will know something is changing. Do not silence that knowing. It is guiding you toward clarity. Do not let the failures of your past speak louder than my voice in this moment. I know there were times you made choices that did not take you where you wanted to go. I know there were seasons of regret when you wished you could go back and choose differently. This moment is not about your past. It is about who you choose to be now. I am handing you a fresh opportunity to walk a different way, and the person you are today is not the person who made those earlier decisions. You have grown. You are stronger than you were then, whether or not you have given yourself permission to believe it. Be gentle with yourself while this unfolds. Do not be harsh in your own thoughts, and do not blame yourself when things feel hard. Speak to yourself with patience. You are learning and growing, and that takes time. Kindness toward yourself is not indulgence in a season like this. It is maintenance of the very thing you are standing on, and release the need to control every outcome. You have been holding on to the idea that everything must go according to your plan, but your plan is not always the best road for you. I see what is coming. I know what will truly serve you. When you try to control everything, you limit what I am able to do on your behalf. Let it go, and let me lead the process. There is one more thing to hold on to while you are standing in it. Faith is not about having every answer in your hand before you move. It is about trusting that I am guiding you even when nothing makes sense yet. There will be moments when you want to question the whole thing. When you ask why it is happening now, or why it had to happen this way at all. In those moments, come back to one simple truth. I am with you, and I am leading you. That is enough to carry you through, and it has carried people through far worse than what you are facing. You are not being tested so that you will fail. You are being placed in a position to rise. There is a difference between being overwhelmed and being stretched, and what you are about to experience is growth in motion. It may feel uncomfortable, but discomfort is very often where transformation begins. Do not run from it. It is shaping something valuable inside you, and one day you will be grateful it was not easier. Hear me as I bring this to a close, because what I say now is what I want you carrying when the room goes quiet again. There is a hidden victory inside what is coming. You will not see it at first. Almost no one does. The most powerful changes in a life often arrive wrapped in difficulty, and the people who judge them too early spend the whole season fighting the very thing that was sent to help them. You may not see the full picture immediately. I do. I know exactly how it unfolds and where it lands, and I am telling you now so you can hold steady while it takes shape. What is entering your life is not only a challenge, it is also an opportunity. An opportunity to grow, to gain clarity, and to come into alignment with what I have been leading you toward for longer than you realize. Do not let fear cause you to miss it. Stay open and stay ready. I want you to remember that you are not helpless here. You have a part to play, and your choices carry weight. You are not simply being carried through this. You are participating in it. Walk with awareness and intention, and you will see how your own actions shape the outcome. Because the outcome is not decided by the event. It is decided by your response. If you meet this with fear, it will feel heavier than it is. If you meet it with steady confidence, it will unfold differently, and you will look back amazed at how much of the weight was in the way you were carrying it. There is a strength inside you that has not fully stepped forward yet. This moment will bring it out. That part of you is steady, wise, and capable of handling far more than you have given it credit for. Trust that it will rise exactly when it is needed, because I placed it there for exactly this. You will not break under this. You will grow through it. As this unfolds, you will begin seeing how things connect. Moments that once felt separate and pointless will start making sense together. You will understand why certain things happened the way they did, and why some doors closed when you were still pushing against them. That understanding will bring clarity, and clarity will bring peace. But it comes step by step rather than all at once, so stay patient while it forms. Something is already shifting. You may not have noticed it fully yet. It might feel like a subtle change in your surroundings, or a slight difference in how things are unfolding around you. That small change is the beginning of something larger. Do not overlook it or dismiss it as unimportant. What starts small can grow quickly, and I want you ready as it expands. There is a habit of waiting for everything to become obvious before responding, of looking for certainty before acting. This time the clarity will come as you move, not before. You will need to take a step in confidence even though you cannot see the whole road ahead. That step will open the way for the next one. I am walking beside you through every part of this, including the parts you cannot see. When things feel uncertain, lean on my presence. Speak to me, even with simple words, and I will hear you. You do not need perfect language. You only need an open heart. You are closer to a breakthrough than you realize, even if it does not feel that way yet. Now hear me finish. You are not walking into the unknown alone, even when it feels exactly like that. I have already stood in the middle of what is coming. I was there before you knew it existed, and I will be there when it arrives, and I will still be there long after it has passed. Everything you have survived until now was preparation for this, and none of it was wasted. Not one hard season, not one long night, not one thing you carried that no one else ever saw. Stay alert, stay rooted. Guard your peace, guard your words, and guard your heart. Rest while there is still time to rest and rebuild the strength you will be glad to have. Pause before you react, and come to me before you answer anyone. Do not let this fade when the quiet returns. Keep what I have told you and come back to it on the days when the wait arrives and your sight goes short, because it will arrive, and you will want these words already in your mouth when it does. I did not speak all of this to be remembered fondly. I spoke it to be lived. You are stronger than you know. You are more prepared than you feel, and you are not facing any of this by yourself. I am here. I have always been here. And I will walk with you straight through what is coming, into clarity, into strength, and into peace on the other side of it. There is one last thing I want settled in you before you go. You have spent a long part of your life believing that you had to be certain before you could be brave. That belief has cost you doors. Certainty is not what I have ever asked of you. Willingness is. You are ready for this not because you feel ready, but because you are willing to listen and willing to grow, and that willingness is enough. You may still feel unprepared in the days ahead. Let that feeling pass through you without giving it authority. Feelings report the weather. They do not decide the destination. And when this has passed, when the pressure has lifted and the ordinary days return, do not go back to the way you were living before. That is the moment most people lose what they gained. They feel well again and quietly return to the habits that emptied them. Stay aware after the storm as carefully as you stayed aware inside it. What feels heavy right now will become a testimony of strength later. You will tell someone about this season one day, and you will be surprised by how steady your voice sounds when you do. If you are receiving this warning tonight and choosing to walk forward in discernment rather than fear, say your amen where you stand, and mean every word of it.
We run on viewer support only. For exclusive member-only content, scan the QR or see the pinned comment. God bless you.